In the gospel today, Matthew tells us that the apostles still do not fully understand Jesus' messianic kingship, even after he tells them what he will undergo once they reach Jerusalem. He tells them, "Behold, we are going up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be handed over to the chief priests and the scribes, and they will condemn him to death, and hand him over to the Gentiles to be mocked, and scourged, and crucified, and he will be raised on the third day." The apostles expected Jesus' kingship to be majestic and filled with riches, which is accurate, but not the way in which they envisioned it. They thought that when they would reach Jerusalem, they would be received with pomp, comfort, fine foods, and fine wines. With this type of kingdom in mind, we are told that the sons of Zebedee, James and John, have their mother request that they be exalted and granted a seat at his right and his left once they reach his kingdom. Jesus asks them if they can drink the cup that he will drink. They are quick to reply with a yes, without really understanding what Jesus means by his cup. They envision a cup made of gold filled with the finest wine, but in reality, the cup Jesus speaks of is full of agony and death. Jesus' encounter with John and James prompts him to teach all of his disciples about the necessity to remove ambition from one's mind and replace such thoughts with the thoughts of service to others. He tells them that if they want a place of honor, especially in his kingdom, they must go above and beyond the call of service. The wonderful thing about Jesus is that he not only teaches his disciples by words, but he teaches them through his actions as well. He realizes that his disciples will not understand by listening to him, so he goes as far as to show them with his own actions. Jesus, although he was God, did not come to earth to be served. Rather, he came to serve humanity. He came to teach us about the mysteries of God. He came to free us from our sins. He came to heal us from our illnesses, our loneliness, and to accompany and guide us on our pilgrimage until we reach our heavenly home. Jesus literally came to serve all of humanity until his death on the cross, where he displayed the greatest act of service for all of us, so that we could have the possibility of enjoying eternity with him. Ironically, while Jesus was on his throne on the cross, there were two criminals next to him, one on his left and one on his right. Unlike the sons of Zebedee, they did not ask to be next to Jesus, nor did they have a choice. We, on the other hand, do have a choice because Jesus has revealed to us what is necessary for us to join him on his throne. We are to take up our cross, deny ourselves, and follow him. If we are faithful, seek out God's will and do what he asks of us while bearing life's difficulties with patience, faith, and hope, we can be sure that we will be right next to him. We will not be enthroned like Jesus because the throne only belongs to him, nor may we have a high place in his kingdom, but that doesn't matter as long as we are in his presence in his kingdom. During this time of Lent, let us reflect on ways that we can serve others moving forward even after Lent is over. Let's consider placing others before us, beginning with God. Let us place him before ourselves. Let us spend more time with him in silent prayer, getting to know him better and seeking out his will rather than our own. We may consider helping a loved one complete a task they need help completing, or volunteering our time, gifts, and talents at a local organization. How about paying for a stranger's coffee or lunch at a restaurant? Or, if we are thinking of making an extravagant expense, how about donating those funds to someone in need or to an organization or cause that could really use the money, especially now during Lent when we are called to sacrifice and go that extra mile. Our generosity, whether it's giving of ourselves or of our possessions, will make someone stay and remind them of the good in this world. And if genuinely coming from our heart, our small acts of kindness and generosity become a prayer of thanksgiving to Jesus for everything he has done for us.